my worth. And by calling him great, he elevates me. And so I'm entering into a place of morphosis. I'm being metamorphed. I'm being changed. I'll keep it simple. I'm being changed. When I go into worship and I tell God how great he is, he elevates me out of that miry clay I've been stuck in all week, and he shapes my worth. See, this is the reason why God prohibited the worship of anything other than him. Because whatever it is we worship, it shapes our worth. We can never become more valuable than that which we worship. That's why if I was a Buddhist and I worshiped a cow, my life will never be worth more than a cow. And I can starve to death while I'm looking at filet mignon. You follow me? I mean, hamburger everywhere around me, and I'm starving to death. Why? Because that cow is worth more value than I am. If I worship a pole, then my worth is just a little bit less than that pole. And this is the reason why the pole has greater value than my life does. If I worship a church building, then the building suddenly becomes worth more than me. And you'll sacrifice me for the building or even in the building. But the building itself has greater value. This is the reason why God said you will worship nothing. Nothing other than me. You'll have nothing before me, nothing beside me. You'll only worship me. Why? Because I'm your creator, and I'm the only one capable of truly shaping your worth. If you worship me, you'll always be a little bit lower than me. Psalm 8. What is man that thou hast, that are mindful of him, and the Son of Man, and you have made him just a little lower than Elohim. You've created him just a shade lower. See, I can't worship angels because angels ain't above me. I can't worship stone because stone ain't above me. I've got to worship Elohim because he and he alone is above me. So when I enter into worship, see, when we worship together, we're elevated together. And my worth is no longer determined. You ask most people, what are you worth? And they'll tell you how much money they got in the bank. What does that mean? That means they worship money. Because the money they have shapes their worth. In our culture, you ask somebody what they're worth. What are they going to tell you 9 times out of 10? How much money they got. But see, if you and I learn to worship, then it's no longer about how much money I have. See, I can be a pauper and sitting next to a millionaire and understand we got the same level of value. We can worship different shapes, different colors, different sizes, different backgrounds, different languages. Because rich man, poor man, female, male, we are all made the same in worship. And if you want to know my worth, I point at a thing called a cross. He shaped my worth. And he shaped your worth, and he shaped her worth, and he shaped his worth. And this is why we must learn to worship, because when we learn to worship, we're elevated beyond those things that try to define us.